wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host Gary Owens joining us today.
Yes, indeed.
And we got a special guest in the building, Kountry Wayne.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm glad to be here. And you here this time.
I'm here this time.
You don't never be here, man. I feel like y'all give me the other version.
Not the full version?
Yeah, every time I come
You're going
here.
to take the version we got,
Yeah,
Kountry
man.
Wayne.
Hey, whatever y'all got, man. I appreciate it. For
Help
sure.
is on the way, man. Talk to us about this new book.
Oh, man, it's my book about my it's about my life, man. It's about me coming from that small country town. You know what I'm talking
Absolutely,
about, Charlamagne, and
absolutely.
just overcoming those obstacles of me having all those kids and coming from there to here now, man, just letting everybody know that they can do it. You know, help is on the way for everybody. You know, just got to listen to that little voice in you. And, you know, just a lot of lessons for everybody else's blessings. Just using my life experiences and applying to other people's lives and let them know if I could come from Millen, Georgia with that one red light, anybody could do it.
How many
It's a
kids you
self-help
got?
book?
Yeah, it's a self-help. It's a self-help, but at the same time, it tell my story. So, you know how like the 40 Laws of Power to tell a story, and then it has a lesson there at the same time.
How many kids you have? You said all them kids.
10.
You got 10 kids?
Yeah, 10.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. So how do you spread the time with all the kids? Because your daughter might have dance, your son might have baseball, your other daughter got
Right.
cheerleading, your other son is swimming.
Oldest to youngest.
17 to 1. Yeah.
So-
yeah, but I spread the time because, you know, like I say, in the book, help is on the way.
You need the help.
I found a way. Well, God gave me a way to the way my life set up with social media. I'm able to film at home, so I'm able to make my money at home. So like my son, I got him an AAU team. I took off all July. I ain't doing no shows. My daughter, I got to go to her dance in June. But the way I make my money is always a way for everybody. You know, my way was I don't got to be on the road or gone all the time. I make my money at my house. Like I film all my skits at my house. So, you know, I'm able to be home a lot. So that's how I balance it out. Thank God for that. But yeah.
Who pays the most? Facebook, YouTube, all the social media outlets.
Oh, for me, it's Facebook.
That's what I heard. I heard Facebook.
Yeah,
was the
Facebook,
one.
you know, it got that audience that, you know, got that social security checks and all that. It got
It is true. It's like an older audience.
Yeah, it's an older
right?
audience. You know, it's
Man, they watch.
yeah, you know, they sitting home and they chilling. So it's like it's the aunties. So they got that pay. They going to see New Edition concerts, Fantasia them concerts. So that fan base. So they got the money, and but YouTube got the clout. But it's money over there too. But
Yeah,
you know, I make money on both. But Facebook always been my go-to.
What made you want to go from comedian to memoir writer? How did you know you had a story to tell?
Because, man, the thing, I used to read books when I was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I read Become a Millionaire, God's Way, you know, 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, was reading these books. And
That's how you did it.
yeah.
Art of Seduction.
Man, you
That's how
crazy,
you get
man.
10 kids, right? I read all. I love Robert Greene. So I know.
Yeah. So, you know, I felt like, man, I know my story worked because I've used it even in the streets, but I used when I used to go to banks with a 500 credit score. I knew how to get that bank loan. You know, these things and lessons I just knew just from instincts. It worked for me even in the comedy game when I first, because I was the first social media guy they let go in the clubs and get them deals. They wasn't letting us get them weekend deals, but I knew how to get in. It's just like, so everything.
The guy was the OG comedians like Gary blocking y'all.
Oh no, they was
I
getting
ain't
the
that
deals.
dude.
They was getting the deals, but they didn't trust us social media people. Because first of all, it's like, you know, we ain't paid our dues, and I understand where they were coming from, and we ain't learned the game yet. You know, a lot of us ain't even have a set yet. So, but I knew how to maneuver everything, and I'm like, man, and I taught people around me, and it was working for them. So I was like, the world need to feel my game of how this don't work for me since kindergarten.
Gary, has the perception of the social media comedian changed amongst the OGs?
I don't like the whole paying your dues because then you're saying, how dare you try to make a living is how I look at it.
Yeah.
Like just because the way they can be famous is different. It's better nowadays because when I started in the late 90s, we were at the mercy of the quote unquote machine. We had to help a producer from Comedy Central or a network put our stuff on there. These guys now, they create their own fan base. They're creating their own lane. So how can you be mad at it? I'm more like learn from it. Because at first I was like, so what? You're the first person I heard say you can make money off Facebook. I was like this, so let me bleep out the curse words. I'm not a sketch guy. I'm just not wired like that. But I own all my content. So for me to put stand-up on there, I was like, oh, be clean. He's right. He did what Tyler Perry did with the movies, because when Tyler Perry had the movies come out, they didn't account for those black over 30 church-going women that took the buses to the theater to go see his movie. It's basically what he's doing with social media, is what he's saying. Like, he's taking into account that audience.
Right.
So I'm not mad at it.
You ain't got no choice.
Well, there's enough for everybody.
He done won. All right, he laying y'all down.
I can be mad at it. I can be frustrated. You can't tell me how I'm gonna feel.
Nah, Gary,
what are you talking about?
Nah, Gary always showed love. I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and Gary, it was a couple of them out there, but I didn't care. I was one of the ones. I was waiting on somebody to try me. Because I like Gary say, bro, we come on, man. We come from, most of us, you know what I'm saying, black, no disrespect, Gary, but you one of us, you know what I mean? But man, we try.
Disrespect.
Man, you come from the bottom.
Yeah, we making a living. I'm not.
What was the population of your town growing up?
Man, like 3,000.
Mine was 7,000.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, somebody, them comedians.
Jesus.
Steve Brown called me. He was one of the ones I first started. Everybody I had a problem with, I called on the phone.
Really?
Don't play with me like that. Like, I don't play like that, man. We all trying to make a living.
So how would they have a problem with you? They box you out where you can't.
No, man, like they all online to my social media people, man. This is art. Man, don't you messing with people money. It's people I don't think good. But I'm never finna get online and say nothing about no artists. Cause I'm missing, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my lane, cause them people eat and the people gotta feed kids. And coming from the streets, you respect that. At least I ain't selling dope. And I was selling dope the whole time. So I went from the stage, selling dope to on the stage the next day. I wasn't. I'm like, man, don't play. I don't play.
Who's some of the people you had to call? Like, y'all might be cool now that you had to call and be like, hey.
Steve Brown was one of them. I called him.
What was that
I was about to
conversation
call somebody else.
You about to call somebody else now? Still to this day?
Nah. It was like a couple years ago. I was about to call somebody else. I was looking for his number, but another comedian, D-Ray gave. He said, Wayne, I'm not finna let you do that.
D-Ray Davis?
I called every comedian trying to get this certain comedian number.
Oh, D-Ray stopped you from doing it?
He stopped me from doing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what was the problem? How do you try to hate without saying his name, obviously?
Nah, because he was online. He was like, this when I was doing the skits during the pandemic on Instagram. And he was like, somebody said this certain comedian is funny, and I blocked him. They said my skits were funny. He said, man, because he putting out quantity, not quality. Ain't nobody dropping skits with Kountry Wayne. So he was like, I hope you ain't talking about Daisy Banks or Kountry Wayne. Then he was like, no, Daisy Banks cool. I'm like, hold up. So I'm trying to call, bro, don't you ever, just because I don't figure it out, and don't do that. Just ask me how to do it. You know what I mean?
That's real.
That just means somebody he knows said you was funny.
Funny
Like
yeah.
a girl or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's all it boils down to.
If you got an opinion, I'm cool with it. I respect him more if he would have said my name. Cause I don't like all the side stuff. Cause if you got something to say, I respect it. But like, come on, man, I don't play with nobody. People got to feed their family, and I don't think a lot of people good in comedy. You know,
I think a lot of it comes from just being the OG here. Is when they
original Gary.
When they
Original Gary.
when guys are doing it like for a long time and just having broken over that threshold of selling a good amount of tickets. I think a lot of it, they get frustrated because now you got the younger guys, the social media guys, and they're selling more tickets to them. That's really what it comes down to, is they're frustrated. 'Cause I guarantee you whoever was upset with you is not selling as many tickets as you. Because you're never upset. When you're selling tickets, you ain't worried about nobody.
That's right.
That's the truth.
That's right.
And there's
That's the
enough. Let me tell you something. You get in this game long enough, there's enough for everybody.
Yes.
You can be in the same city as somebody.
Yes.
You're both selling tickets.
exactly.
Why be upset?
Now, what did the first comedian say when you reached out to him? Did he understand, and maybe he was just mad for something he didn't understand, or did he keep going with it?
I went to his city and did a show, and people came to see me, and they was like, "No, Wayne funny," and then he was like, he was like, "Yeah, man, I ain't never seen you," so I just was like, "Well, don't judge me off everybody else, because I came in with a story." I had already lived, so comedy came pretty fast for me because I had a lot to talk about. So they would just put me with a lot of other people, but don't put me with that, man. Come see me for yourself.
A lot of that is just jealousy and
Yeah.
envy, man.
Yeah,
That's literally all
It is, but man, I just feel like, man, nobody ain't got time for that. But all the OGs who like Gary, who was already doing their thing, and Kevin Hart, Cedric Entertainer,
Oh, show love.
everybody was showing love, but it was the ones that quite ain't been in the game a long time, and that's your fault.
Because like he said, if you're not selling tickets, you feel away. Because he feel like, I've been working for 15 years, and here come Kountry Wayne. It looks like he just did 2 skits, and he sold out.
You can't be playing with the guy. It's going to be a lot of social media people ain't going to be there in the end, but if you've been in there 15 years and you ain't figured out something, it's because you've been playing,
That's
and
right.
partying, and anything you do for 15 years, it's gonna be what you did behind closed doors. Like,
right.
they can hate on Kevin Hart all they want, but I tell everybody, they be like, Kevin Hart ain't that funny. I'm like, bro, everybody got to be real. That special he dropped with All right. The way my bank account set up,
That's right.
everybody know that was one of the best classes in the last 10 years. Everybody try to ignore that special. And I'm like, bro, like somebody who get that far, it's something they doing behind closed doors and it's work.
Not even closed doors. It's something that he doing on that stage that you may not connect with.
Man.
Clearly, tens of millions of people
Everybody
are.
connected with that special. I don't know how they
Word
forget
up.
it, man. Everybody remember that special. I was in the streets and I remember.
All right.
Yeah, I remember I was in the streets. My baby mama was, she was my baby mama at the time. I was asleep.
Which one?
The one before last.
Before last.
Whoa.
That's the worst way to say it.
My ex-wife.
He closed his eyes and had to think.
No, my ex-wife, man. But I remember that special because I'm asleep and she busting out laughing. I wasn't even on comedy like that. Like, this was like 2010. When remember Kevin dropped that special. She busting out laughing to my, oh my God, just going crazy. And I'm like, man, I woke up. I said, man, was that special that funny last night? She was like, yes, because they was all Cat Williams people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was like, nah, that was, they weren't even fans of Kevin Hart, but that special changed the game. Like,
Wait until you see the next one.
And Kev never changed. That's the thing I think with
next
Kev. He never changed. Kev was always, he's been the same Kev from when we first met him.
I think Kevin know that too. When people say he ain't funny, I think he's so smart because me and him, when I talk to him, people don't know how intelligent he is. To get that far, it's an intelligence with
Absolutely.
it. He's so smart, he let people say that. But that special was, it was the relatable material of, you know, the way my bank account set up, his daddy
right.
going through the spelling bee.
Yep.
But that's the kind of stuff that works. No disrespect, but good
We
songwriters.
still saying that now. We still say the way my bank account set up.
We don't, man, come on, man. Numbers
Stop
don't
hating,
lie.
Gary. Yo, Kevin funny.
What?
He's
What?
smart.
I'm
He's
listening.
talented.
No, I'm just
You know what
saying.
I'm just listening, bro. Now, granted, I didn't think it was that good. He's putting a little on it.
I'm talking about that special. Oh, I ain't know.
I ain't gonna say it with my chest. I ain't saying it with my
Say it on my
chest or nothing like
chest.
that.
Now all of them want, to me, all of them want like
Chest,
that.
Gary. All right.
Not all of them, but I'm talking about that special right there was, you know what I mean? It was different.
Nah, Kev dope.
You got a chapter in your book called The Player Life.
Yeah.
Is Country Wayne built for a relationship?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely built for a relationship.
How many at one time?
No, I'm really built for a monogamous relationship. You know what I mean? It's just that, you know, I don't work on myself enough. I tell the woman got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men, a lot of women think they're in a position, and I understand where they're coming from, but it's certain men that work on themselves too. And there's certain women, it got to be a certain woman who don't want the world. Because I don't care about the world. So if we care about us, I'm ready to be in a relationship. And I've been in relationships all my life. This my
He
first.
just confused me.
This is my first time. It's by confusion. That's what the player do. But, you know what I'm saying?
Confused.
I'm so lost. I'm like this.
I think I'm pregnant right now. Yeah, I was confused. Yeah, it ain't about the world. You don't want the world, but you could.
Yeah, so basically it's
He
like,
said that's what a player do. Keep
I'm
you confused.
35 now, so I want a relationship where me and her don't care about nothing outside of this house. What the world got going on, care about, you know, us, and we go in the world and have our fun, but it's like, you know, I want that kind of relationship, but that's hard. That's hard nowadays.
Country Wayne, I'm telling you right now, there's women listening to this saying, I don't want to hear this from no 35-year-old with 10 kids.
Yeah, I feel them.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
I feel them, but you know, I had all the experience. You know what I'm saying? If a doctor working on me, I want a doctor to have experience. You know.
Yo, Country Wayne, did you hear what Country Wayne said? Wayne said, yo, you know, I just want to make sure whatever happens is in his house. Don't be listening to what's going on social media or what's going on in his outside
He
world.
just trying to keep him
He
confused.
just want to keep confused.
No, I just want. Hey man, you know how it is, man. Everybody.
The answer was no.
I'm ready. I love relationships. Relationships are amazing.
We know
man.
you love relationships. That's obvious.
Yeah, but I love
But
that
can you
woman.
be in a committed one with
Yes,
one woman?
because you get more out of that relationship when that woman feel like you committed and you committed to her.
I don't believe you, Country Wayne.
Yeah.
You got to prove it.
I've been in relationships, man.
We know that, but they didn't work out.
I just left.
Oh, you oh, okay.
Oh, ain't nobody ever left me.
So what's the reason for you
Just
leaving?
Hilarious ain't leave you?
No,
Oh.
I let her say that because I'm the type I'm gonna let people. You know what I mean? She got a brand, but no, I never got left in my life.
So why do you leave then? Well, like, what's always the problem?
Most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to elevate spirit. It's like, are you gonna go on this journey
Mm-hmm.
with me? Because it's the world. You know what I mean? I don't really care about the world. You know what's going on out there. I walk my own lane. It's like most people, you can feel it. It's like I want to keep elevating and keep spiritually and working on myself. And the person don't want to go with me, I got to keep going, man.
That's real.
Come on, man. I just fired my manager. You know what I mean? I've done that with everything. Cause to get to certain, I got kids to get to certain things, man. You can't.
The people behind you in the corner right now.
They're like, why would he say
They're
that?
looking like Jesus
Why'd you fire the
Christ.
manager?
Huh?
Why you fired the manager?
Because it was just ain't nothing to talk about on here. But
This
it's
thing
just
wasn't working out.
just if I'm trying to, and every time either you coming with me, the people who with me still with me, but I got to do this for my kids.
Yeah.
And I ain't finna do nothing wrong or nothing devilish to make that happen. I like to get money the right way.
Right.
So it's like, man, I know when it's time to leave. That's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Even in business, it's hard to be like, this ain't working, and I got to elevate.
Mm-hmm.
So either you come with me, if I'm doing a podcast, a radio show, and I talk to Envy and Charlamagne, I'm listening 100%. I'm going wherever y'all taking me because y'all are professionals at this. So if I've proven in my world where I come from, like in my book, my story, I'm like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm like, man, unless you got a better route, man, I got to go.
So basically, the manager didn't have a better route.
Nah.
Right.
And every relationship I had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep rising.
Another thing you're doing or did that I love is you got a movie out on Amazon Prime, Strange Love, that you funded yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's a great route to go, but talk to the people why you went that route instead of getting the studio to produce it.
Because it ain't make sense. I see everybody be pitching stuff, and I'm like, bro, if everybody got millions of dollars and we got the resources,
Shoot it yourself.
Yeah, so I did it myself just to see, and it went up. You know what I'm saying? The money came back, and you own it's like digital real estate. When I own a house, I still got to fix that roof. I got to get an AC. I don't flip houses. I'm like, digital real estate, it sit on there. I ain't got to worry about no tenants tearing it up. I'm like, man, we own this content. Because I seen what I did with the social media little skits. I'm like, hold up, bro. I did this with 3-minute skits.
You built an audience.
So I'm like, that's how people been making the money. If you own that movie, bro, if you own 10 movies, if you spend $10 million to shoot 10 movies, you know what I'm saying, $1 million a piece, you own 10 movies. If the movies on Amazon Prime or Tubi making $3,000 a day a piece, you know what I'm saying, you making $30,000 a day for the rest of your life. And then sometimes it might spike up, but it's that. And when you built your own brand and you already got to monetize off yourself first and let the game monetize whatever left. You know what I mean? And I seen it, and I just had to do it because everybody like pitch this, and then you pitch something, you wait 2 years. I'm getting older in real life.
That's right.
And I'm like, oh nah, I got this money right now. They're gonna tax it right in the end of the year anyway.
Let me ask a question because information is important. You don't got to put the number out there. How much did you spend on the movie?
I spent about $1 million.
Okay.
And you got that back already?
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much.
And it's been out how long?
It's only been out 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
And they making money every day. But Amazon get half of it, and they ain't even put it on Tubi yet. You know what I'm saying? Cause Tubi, you get that ad revenue, and then you can license it. We got a couple offers on the licensing situation on the movie already that I instantly gonna make a profit. I'm being a profit already, but I can't go to Tubi till after a year after that if I take the deal. So it's so many options, and you own it. Man, you own it forever.
Go ahead, Country Wayne.
And I just, you know what I'm
Stop
saying?
hating.
I feel like I'm slacking.
Stop hating, Gary. When you gonna do your next one?
I'm trying to do it this fall because it's going to be a writer's strike in Hollywood.
That's right.
So everybody shut down. So I'm trying to take advantage, and I'm gonna shoot another movie called That's Her. And the first movie, Strange Love, it didn't come from my mind. I just got in and I seen the script change a little this, but this movie is coming from my mind, and I want to direct it because I see the movie, and so I'm definitely trying to shoot that this fall.
Now, you just did hold on, one more thing because I'm since Gary's so salty, I got to stick this one.
Gary?
Country Wayne is filming a 1 hour comedy special.
Yeah.
With Netflix.
I knew this was coming. Yeah. I knew it.
Netflix, for whatever reason, won't give the great Gary Owens a comedy special. Country Wayne is shooting his on May 12th
you ain't got a
in
Netflix
Washington,
special?
D.C.
Never had. One of you guys from Netflix?
No.
All right, just checking.
You ain't got a Netflix special?
No, they say no every time.
He got great ones on Showtime, though.
Oh, you got great ones.
Like,
So how does it feel to have a
I got
Netflix
Hulu,
special?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It feel good, man. That's really what I've been waiting on because I've been sneaking
I bet it feels
on
good.
that stage.
Yeah, it feels great, doesn't it? It feels great to be a black man, go in and pitch something.
Listen, Gary said he about to go. Gary said he about to claim racism. He about to say they don't want to let no white men, no straight white men.
They're gonna name
have
up
a
all these
stand-up
white
special.
guys. No, Jewish. Jewish show. Difference. Talking about circumcised white guys. Sorry. We'll come up with crazy reasons why we can't get a special. No.
Oh man,
He's under 6 foot. Left-handed, bro.
Oh man, give him some game, Country Wayne. How did it come about?
No, man.
Does Netflix call you?
No, it's some of the stuff I use in the book all my life. I just played it. Things happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen, and the opportunity came up, and that's what I've been waiting on the whole time.
Just waiting on that, huh?
They've been calling him.
How long you been waiting? Freaking internet comics. You know, my nerves, bro. Hold on. Hey, Steve Brown.
Yeah, man.
Steve. I'm with him right now.
Oh man, Steve my dog now. Charlamagne Petty, dog. Oh man.
Now,
You know, it's a lot of pressure though, because this is the one people gonna be waiting to see. They're gonna be like, let's
this one that head gonna get booked. Man, I don't play on that stage.
Where are you going to film it at?
Washington
DC.
D.C. You heard this?
Oh, that's great.
Chocolate City.
You can't. That's the thing. You can't go wrong in D.C.
Yeah, Charlamagne don't know how good I am on stage. Every time somebody up here, he be like, Ryan Davis asked me, he said, I don't know about Country Wayne. I'm like, bro, you gonna see, man. You see that special.
I said that.
I called Ryan. He was up here.
Ryan said he don't know about
Ask
Country
Ryan.
Wayne.
Ryan was up here. He was like,
yeah.
man, he the leader of the new school. I say, well, I must not be in your class then. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them ones, but it's all love.
Got you.
But nah, man, that's stand-up special. That's what I've been waiting on, because really that's what I was working on. That's why I wasn't on social media anymore. Gary know I was on the road every weekend for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. On the road, just same thing I was doing. On the road, telling jokes, writing new material.
Gary was rooting for you until he heard about the Netflix special.
I saw the questions. I go, hope we skip over that. Let's get back to you and Jess. What happened there? Oh, you broke up with her, but you let her ride with it. Okay, that was good.
Man, crazy.
Why didn't your book give me pictures? It's all words. Why don't you take a picture of your Netflix special and put it on there? I think you released the book too early. You should release it after your special.
Man.
Oh, boy.
Well, but I'm happy for you. I am. I'm happy for you.
Oh, boy.
I hope it's top 10.
And you got the Helpers on the Way comedy tour?
Yeah, Help is on the way coming to it, man. We on tour right now. It ends in May, but so the tour going great. We had to step out by myself in theaters. You know what I'm saying? That was a challenge.
Is it? Let me ask you this, because a lot of people know this behind the scenes stuff. You can generate so much money in comedy clubs, and then your reps call you and say, "Hey, we're going to transition you into theaters." It actually is a financial hit. I don't know if that was the case for you when you first go from clubs to theaters, because some markets, DC, Baltimore,
exactly.
Houston, Dallas. I mean, you can walk out there with a ton of money out of the clubs.
For sure.
In the theaters, you got to work one night, but you don't generate necessarily as much money. Did you find that when you went to theaters?
No, you really. It kind of just translates. Just translate to one night. If you sell enough tickets, like what we talking numbers. Like you might go to Dallas, you go to the club, you might hit a 70s. You know what I mean? 70 piece. I don't know why I'm whispering. We're watching. Might well say it now. But like, say I go to Dallas. If I go to the comedy club, I'm gonna pick up 60 grand. If I do, you know what I mean, 60, 70 grand. But I went to Dallas. I picked up 100. So it works. The theater is really more money, but it's a risk, because if you don't sell a certain amount of tickets, now you in the hole. Because some markets you might go now. I might go to Greenville. I could have went to Comedy Club and picked up 50, and I walked out of Greenville with 38.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it varies whichever market, but the theaters overall is more money, more time, because you get that tour over with in May. Then I could finally go home to my family. Because when I was in clubs, man, I couldn't even do nothing. I couldn't do nothing.
What was your toughest market?
The toughest market? To my like selling tickets wise?
Yeah.
Like Denver, I only sold like 1,500 tickets. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you sold out in Denver, huh, Gary?
Crushing.
I'm
like this.
Places like Denver, you know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
it's a little different that way.
Now, Denver's a tough market.
I was going to ask you, out of your skits, I got two questions. what was the big skit that made you pop, that made people realize, that went viral? And 2, what was the hardest skit to do it? Because sometimes you do it with different artists, celebrities. What was the hardest one to do with a celebrity?
Let me see. The skit that popped me off when I had to fake like I like a girlfriend's cooking. I only got like 2,000 off it, but that was the one that made me go viral. And the hardest one to do probably was let me see, it was a T.I. Let me see, a T.I. or Boosie. Probably Boosie. It was kind of hard because I made it to his house before he made it up. Like, so we was waiting on Boosie
At his own house?
at his own house. I seen everybody but Boosie. I seen his cousins and his homeboy, and I don't know where Boosie at. But T.I. we was in the hood, so that was pretty hard because like we need to hurry up, and he was late. And we in the real hood because I did them both with my character Drip. So those two were probably the hardest to do with a celebrity. But T.I. probably because the environment we was in at the time.
I mean, listen, man, I just love to see where you come from social media to having a book out, to having your own movie on Amazon, Netflix special you taping.
I knew that was coming.
Like that's just, I mean, that's big. Because 10 years ago, people was like, man, that ain't gonna. Those guys on the internet ain't gonna be doing nothing.
That's dope.
They're not gonna be around. To watch like you and Jess and DC and everything y'all doing, that shit is incredible, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I like about the new generation guys is they work together a lot
Absolutely.
with the sketches
Yeah,
and everything else
absolutely.
because you partner with a bunch of people.
That's right.
Different sketches.
You and
Like,
Jess still do stuff together.
Yeah, me and Jess cool. Me and Jess ain't never, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never, I think Jess respect that I don't never get on here and talk negative about her. But I let her talk negative about me. Because a woman gonna do that. So I
Really?
Yeah, a woman gonna do that.
I never heard
Have
her
you
talk negative
experienced
about
that,
you.
Gary?
No, not negative, but she
Charlotte, you ever experienced that, Gary?
a couple times.
She stretched the
Once.
narrative. But no, man, as a woman, man, I'm respect. You know what I'm saying? So me and Jess cool, cause I think she just respected that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna get on here and say nothing about no woman. Period. In a negative manner.
Would you ever let like a comedian, an older comedian, open up for you, something like that?
Yeah, if they cool with that, like,
If they don't have a Netflix special.
no,
Wrong,
man.
bro.
Nah, bro, me and Gary ever go
I wasn't even talking about Gary. Who said Gary?
Damn, Gary.
Y'all so funny.
Gary.
No, man.
Man, when people think no
Gary-
Netflix special,
man,
they think
Gary-
you, Gary?
No,
That's crazy.
Gary Owen, man.
That's right, that's a legend. Gary Owens is a
Let's
legend.
get Gary, man. You know, Gary, shoot, he the only one that go out there, new material. A lot of people don't do that. Gary come out there and give you them new jokes,
I get bored.
special after special, and then, you know, Gary's a legend for real.
Thanks for
man.
noticing that. Country Wayne. I wish somebody at Netflix would notice. Somebody
You really
writing.
want that, though,
What?
Gary? You really want a Netflix special? What does that do?
I don't know. I just never had one. So I don't know what it would do. Charlamagne? What do you mean, what would it do? I don't know. Because I get told no.
I don't think Gary really need it. I think internet, us from the internet need it more because nobody don't know whether we're funny or not unless the people came to see us.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's our like audition to the world. Because we got our fan base, but now you got to see the world get to see. And if you pop on Netflix, man, you finally get
Absolutely.
that thing or the that stand-up reputation.
And you might bring in a whole new audience because there's people that go on Netflix just to see who's doing new stand-ups. You're like, who's this Country Wayne
exactly.
dude?
That's the
Exactly.
part. For me, I think Netflix would probably help the international market.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now, I'm pretty much, I'm doing really great in the United States. But just, I see the guys going overseas. I'm like, I bet you that's Netflix.
Got you.
Yeah, that
Coming
Netflix.
in.
That Netflix different.
You been overseas yet, Wayne?
Oh, nah. I went. No, I don't think. I never been out of the country in my life. I went and filmed.
Never?
I went and filmed a TV show with Lisa Kudrow and Tagoe Waititi. Them.
Excuse me?
And
What was that last name? You say Tagoe Waititi? Like we're just gonna let that slide, huh? Nobody's gonna question who that is. Who the hell is Tagoe Waititi? Does he have a Netflix special?
Or she?
Tagoe Waititi, he's like the biggest director in the game right now.
Man,
he
you so
did
stupid,
Thor.
Gary.
Oh, my fault. I just screwed myself.
I do know. I met him
No,
before.
wait, what?
I
You
met him
said
before.
He the man right now.
Tagoe Waititi.
I met him.
Oh,
He like
my fault. I said Tagoe Waititi.
Indian, right?
Yeah, he from New Zealand. So,
New Zealand. Yeah, I met him before.
I misheard that.
Yeah, he the man right now. Like but he got the game.
My fault. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's cool with the president
No,
of Netflix.
too
You
late.
never
No,
get a
too
schedule.
late.
You
You
never
What are you
get
talking about? I got Deion Taylor, baby.
No, there you go.
I got Deion
There you
Taylor.
go.
I'm
Deion
straight.
Taylor, baby. Salute to
Deion
Deion.
Taylor, my dog.
Yep.
So how do you find time between touring and movies and writing books just to still have a social life, man? Because you gotta have material to draw off, right?
Yeah, I like to talk to people on the phone and all that. I got a lot of people that I just talk to on the phone, and really that's why I ain't in a relationship. 'Cause I talk to a lot of women, and I don't mean I'm even dealing with them. It's just that conversation because they help write my skits. But the reason why I got a lot of time because I shoot 30 skits in one day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't be this touring right now. That's why I'm ready to go on tour. That take up most of my time. But when I'm off tour. And I shoot 2 months of videos in 3 days or 4 days. So I be having my time. I be getting that material. Talking to people just on the phone, just, what's up? A girl gave me a whole storyline. She was talking about her dude tried to open up a vending machine. And she was like a vending machine. And I used that storyline in my skits and made so much money. I see her a check.
Really?
Wow.
I said, give me your 10.
Are you doing off
your W9
phone? Or you got a whole camera crew that comes with you?
No, I film on my phone.
Yeah, I was always shocked when I did a couple sketches with Desi. I was like, oh, this is you guys just doing it off your phone.
Yeah, it's just on that phone, man. It's simplified. You put on that phone, make sure it's 3 minutes. Don't edit, don't cut. Load it up on Facebook, YouTube. And it just, they throw them ads and then it just.
On it.
Yeah.
About to see 3 today.
when you kick it with women, Country Wayne, do women be like, look, now I don't want to get pregnant?
Oh, no. They be like, when I kick it with women, you know what I'm saying, be a vibe. Because women always been my thing. That's what
That's obvious. Country.
Yeah, but
when it's also obvious, your pullout game is terrible.
Oh, wow. Horrible. That mean my sperms are strong. That's what it is.
Strong sperm. Like this.
Yeah, but I had 7 kids by the time I was 22. So a lot of this.
Christ,
so you gotta think
Lord.
about it. I only had 3 by the time from 22 to 35.
Only
a lot
3?
of my time.
We're talking about kids, man. Only 3.
Only 3, man. Coming from where I come from the country.
Yeah.
That was the minimum. Like, kids was not a big, from the country, having a lot of kids, we had big families. And to be honest, I always wanted to have a lot of kids. Now, it would probably been easier if it would have been with one woman. Mm-hmm. But, it worked out in the end. And my book talk about that. The mothers of my kids, they stay right around me. We all a family. They got keys in my house. All the kids stay there. They all got a room at my house. So it became like a village. And it's love, you know what I'm saying? Like, this kids that go to this mother house, I don't even know about it. The baby mamas, they go like the kids, even when they into it and don't like each other. The kids will be in Panama City with one of the other ones, and they all just a family. They pop up at each other's house. It's a beautiful thing. It turned out to be beautiful, but it didn't. That's why it didn't have to be that way. But that's what the books talks about. How do you get things when it's your negative world that you created this mess, and then it turns out so beautiful in the end? It's like a painting on the wall, and that's what Help Is On The Way is all about.
There is no way you know all your kids' first name, middle name, and birthday.
Oh, for sure.
Let me go. Go. 10. Go.
Tony Jamarion Coley, August 2nd, 2005. Tamar Devon Coley, December 31st, 2006. Christiana Coley, her birthday is April 30th. She was born the same. She was born 2007. They right behind each other now. Alea and Malia, March. They born 2 weeks apart. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
They born 2 weeks apart in March 2008. And we got Taylor, you know what I'm saying? My extra beautiful and came in a special way. She her birthday August 7th, and she was born 2007. No, she was born 2008, my bad. Right behind Tamar. Yeah.
I just counted 5.
And then we got Honest. We got Honest, January the 6th. She was born, Honest was born 2018. And we got Melissa, she was born 2014, December 30th. And we got Kiyomi, you know what I'm saying? We got January 6th, 2021. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you got
22, my bad.
And all of y'all live in the same community?
That's good.
Yeah.
How many baby mamas you got?
Kiyomi, 5. Kiyomi moved. She moved back to Kansas City. I moved her mom to Atlanta, but it was hard for her because she didn't have no support, so she just moved back to Kansas City. But everybody, all the rest of us, everybody stay right beside each other. Even one of my daughters,
impressive, bro.
Her mom, I got her mom a place. She only beat her mom's house. She beat my house all the time. But most
That's
of my
a reality show.
Yeah, it
Yes,
really
it is.
Yeah,
I got 6 and I can't.
But no, he said he got all the baby mamas living in one community. Like,
I
love that. That's dope. I love that.
I had to in order to be gone because
It's like
I
a
realized
village.
you're gonna have to hire babysitters. When you do the math, and you do taxes, now they all got W-9 forms too now. You know what I'm saying? 1099s.
And you paid for all of that?
Yeah. Because, you know,
Wow.
taxes you got to think about it. The way taxes set up, it ain't no way to really dodge it. The only thing they don't question is giving people money. So you might as well live good within it, the system, because they going to tax it anyway.
That's right.
So it's like, okay, this make my life easier. I'm going to have to get a nanny anyway. A nanny going to cost you about $40,000 a year.
That's right.
So I just made the
Put
moms.
everybody on salary.
That's right.
Yeah. So I just pay everybody out of it, and the moms and everybody and the children, they respect you more when the moms are living the same way you living. Because I felt that from my kids. I got child won't tell you till they get older, and I just felt like they moms had to live a certain level too for them, and it made them happier. Cause now they mom got a nice car. It's just one big family. And the mom's getting the skits for free though. I don't pay nobody to get in the skits.
Oh, the moms be in the skits?
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
real
I
moms?
monetize everybody.
Nice.
I got to. Kids, moms, everybody, the family, they get a salary. So when they get in the skits, they don't get paid. Now the cast, they get paid. Everybody get a check. But you know, it turned out to be a beautiful thing, and I wouldn't advise nobody to go that route. Just to Country Wayne went that route. No, because you got it. My intentions, you know, like David in the Bible. He was wrong for dealing with Bathsheba, but his heart was good. So sometimes people with good heart, you gotta let God deal with them. And you know, Bathsheba came Solomon, and later on down that line came Jesus. So in my intentions were good. I didn't mean to separate those women like that. Just end up having them kids, and I had to stand up on their responsibility. And it turned out to be beautiful in the end, because Tony going to college. He's my first son. He going to college to play basketball in California. He the first son graduating. Tamar doing good. All the kids, they doing good, and they living better than I did when I was that age. So you know what I'm saying?
They got the love, but we appreciate
you need to sell
for
some
joining.
books, brother.
That's right.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way,
man.
Pick it up right now, and we appreciate you for joining us, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. Envy is good to meet you, bro. I feel like I already met you. I don't watch y'all so much.
Our pleasure.
And congratulations.
too, brother.
Oh no, appreciate it again, man.
What's the name of the special gonna be? Help is on the way too?
No, the name of the special is gonna be A Woman's Prayer.
A woman's prayer.
Wow.
That's what I was going to name mine. Dang it. Well, there goes that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Country Wayne. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.